According to Catherine, the Princess of Wales, the time that she had to spend with her sister-in-law Meghan Markle during the late Queen's funeral was one of the hardest things she's ever had to do. Now, as Buckingham Palace has made the announcement that it is pleased to confirm that Prince Harry has indeed RSVP'd yes to the coronation on May 6, but that his wife Meghan Markle will not show up, New Idea magazine is revealing the moves made by the Prince of Wales to protect Catherine's well-being. According to an exclusive insider who spoke with New Idea magazine, it was Prince William who ultimately made sure that Meghan was not going to come close to the historic Westminster Abbey event on May 6th. Insiders claimed the king was dithering over what to do when it came to Meghan and Harry. They refused to say for sure whether or not they were going to come to the event until late last week, in spite of the fact that the cutoff date for responses was long past. Some royal sources concede that while Meghan staying in Montecito with the invisible Prince Archie and invisible Princess Lilibet is probably for the best, it is a real shame for the king. He was excited to have all 5 of his grandkids pose for a historic family photo. And William's decision comes after the now world-infamous Windsor Walkabout. He and Catherine and Harry and Meghan tried to put their differences aside and greet some well-wishers after the Queen's passing last September. But royal watchers noted that not a single word passed between Catherine and Meghan. In fact, Catherine made sure to keep her distance from the American actress. In his new book, King Charles, Robert Jobson has revealed that Catherine found the interaction, assumed to have been organized by William in an attempt at family unity, especially difficult. The source reports William is not messing around this time. The situation is too toxic and he doesn't trust Meghan. He's not willing to risk upsetting Catherine again. Meanwhile, other royal experts say that Meghan wouldn't want to play second fiddle to Kate. Observers said that jealousy of Meghan is the reason that she's not going and the aftermath of her nasty behavior towards the royal family from the public. Mr. Tom Bower said, "I don't understand why she should consider Kate to be such a rival. Kate was always in a higher role and Meghan would never be above her in the pecking order. She will have known that from day one. Can't see why they couldn't just be friends like other sisters-in-law. Too late now, though." Kate is well brought up, he continued, a lady in her behavior, and I don't believe would have gone out of her way to do anything to Meghan. Their paths would have barely crossed at Westminster Abbey. All she needed to do was smile and move on. Ms. Angela Lavin explains, "I fail to see exactly what Kate would have done to ensure Meghan was humiliated. Other than ignore her in order not to create an opportunity for some kind of scene, I doubt Kate would have done anything other than attend and be where she was expected to be at various points throughout the event. I think both Meghan and those who come up with such junk need to sort their heads out." She went on to say, "Kate is a class act. Her role is her job, and she is very successful at her job. Her job is for life, and she has accepted that. She represents her husband and her country in a very old-fashioned way. As time goes on, it's impossible not to admire her. She is not out meeting and greeting people to gain fame and popularity, but instead to do her job well, and that is the dramatic difference between her and Meghan." For Meghan, it's all about fame and money, and there was no room for that in the royal family. There is an effort to maintain balance in the royal family. If anyone is more prominent than another, it either has to do with their own natural talents, their position in the family, or their hard work. But if they want fame for fame's sake, it is not a trait that is respected. She added that whoever made the decision that Meghan should stay home with the children made the right one. For many reasons, Harry and Meghan have made themselves unpopular, and they have offended the people of Great Britain. They can't expect to pretend to carry on as a part of the family, which they clearly don't want to be part of. For this reason, they should give up their titles before they are forced to. I cannot understand why there are so many comparisons between Meghan and Catherine. I mean, Catherine is going to be always higher in the hierarchy just because she married somebody who will one day become king. All this animosity and all these comparisons are just unnecessary distractions. If it's indeed true that Meghan has problems curtsying to the Queen Consort, the Princess of Wales, and the Duchess of Edinburgh, then maybe she should do some research on the royal family. It is how things go. It's nothing against Meghan personally. If she wanted to be the most important person, then she married the wrong brother. Working members of the family also feature prominently, but non-working members are simply not very important as far as precedence is concerned. Both of them wanted out of the royal family, let's remember, and they got their way. So now they cannot whine about having to face the consequences of their choice. Personally, I am so happy to hear that Meghan is not going to come. That way, he can focus on his special day rather than having to worry about what Meghan and Harry might get up to. Reading the article, it seems like Meghan is going to be branching out all by herself. I think she came to understand that Harry's book has done some serious damage to both of them. So now I'm just curious how much longer their marriage is going to last. It's going to be pretty interesting to watch. To predict what might happen after Meghan and Harry are done, we only need to think about what Meghan's life was like before she married Harry. For starters, let's look at Meghan's career today. Her entire career has been built upon the publicity that was generated by their big move to the US, and then of course they did the Oprah interview. And then there was some reflected publicity at the late Queen's funeral. But other than marrying Harry, the only thing that Meghan can really list on her resume is that she was an actress on that Suits series. What she has tried to do for Netflix in recent months was really not successful. And we can say the same for Harry. All of Harry's money comes from a book that just talks trash about his own family. Neither of them has done any philanthropy work to speak of, and we can't really call either of them a successful content creator either. I mean, I don't think anything they produce in the future is going to amount to anything at all. There's way too much competition out there, and a lot of the competition is actually talented. And you, what do you think about Harry and Meghan? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments section. If you think my video is useful, don't be afraid to like and share it with anyone else who would love it anytime you want.